Improve daily every single day. Written by published by Books Reader. Introduction. When you find yourself standing at the doorway of a brand new day, the options lie before you like an untold manuscript, eager for the ink of your will to make them real. The warm morning sun sends down a soft light, highlighting avenues not tread and tales not spoken. But come on. You've been here before, right? You've promised yourself things only to see them dissipate like morning dew in the relentless heat of the day. So what, then, you ask, is the key to escaping this pattern of ephemeral promises and wasted possibility? It has nothing to do with dramatic gesture or broad assertion, but everything to do with the gentle strength of one considered step. Today is not an ordinary day. It is a canvas on which your actions will create the tale of your future. Picture this day as the first page of a book, your book, where each moment is a word, each hour a sentence, and each task accomplished, a paragraph. These all combine to create chapters of victory, pages of adversity, and sections of unexpected plot turns. The elegance of this book, its conclusion is still to be written, and the pen is yours. As you navigate this day, every choice writes your story. Will you take the road of ease and familiarity, or will you step into the unknown, fueled by the excitement of discovery and the potential for expansion? Every decision is a conscious stroke, shaping the lines of your tale. This book takes you on a transformation and self-discovery journey. This book dares you to review the reasons behind your drive and the fears holding you back. From its pages, you'll find techniques on how to mobilize your internal power, how to build endurance, and how to negotiate through the intricacies of your personality. By the time you have finished reading this book, you will not simply be closing the final page of a tale. You will be closing a chapter of your life that has been enriched and ready to start the next. So, start that first step with purpose and have it bring you to a day, a year, a life of direction. Your chapter is waiting to be written. Let's start. Chapter 1. Creating a morning routine that lasts. When you start your day, the necessity of a well-designed morning routine cannot be denied. This morning routine is the first step to a productive and successful day, with a positive tone that fosters a renewed and sharp mindset. The aim is to awaken with purpose, driving you forward with both energy and determination. To create a morning routine that actually works in harmony with your lifestyle and goals, begin in increments. Revamping your whole morning all at one time may be daunting and impossible to sustain. Rather, select one or two habits you would like to incorporate into your morning routine. These may be physical in nature, such as a brisk walk or yoga, or mental, such as journaling or meditation. Select activities that energize your body and mind, giving you clarity and calmness to meet the day ahead. When selecting these activities, be practical about how much time you can commit to each. It's important to schedule your morning in segments, assigning particular times for every activity in your routine. This organized process aids in reducing the haste and minimizes the likelihood of missing out on crucial activities. For example, if meditation tends to focus your mind, reserve 10 minutes early in the morning for this activity. Likewise, if a quick exercise session invigorates you, place it second, with sufficient time to also fit in a nutritious breakfast. Consistency is the basis of any successful routine. To make your morning routine stick to it every day, including weekends and holidays. Such consistency serves to reinforce the behaviors until they are second nature, but it's essential to remain flexible. Certain days may not proceed as scheduled, and that is fine. Progress, rather than perfection, is the goal. Modify your routine accordingly as appropriate based on what does and what doesn't work. Such flexibility guarantees your morning continues to cater to your changing needs and wants. Eventually, as your habits become habit, consider adding further activities which suit your progress and development. By intentionally building a morning routine that serves your objectives, you position yourself for success. You'll be more energized, motivated, and prepared to deal with whatever comes your way that day. Don't forget that the magic of a morning routine isn't found in the specific activities you're doing, but in the routine, consistency, and commitment with which you build them. Establishing this routine is fundamentally about laying a foundation for a better, more effective you. Chapter 2. The force of visualization to achieve your goals. You've begun your morning practice and now you can power up your daily wake-up with the revolutionary process of visualization. Visualization is a powerful method that has nothing to do with daydreaming. It's a specific and deliberate practice that unlocks the profound capabilities of your mind to assist the manifestation of your objectives. You don't merely sit idly dreaming success when you visualize. You're actively designing a mental blueprint of achieving it. Visualization works because it is based on the idea that the brain distinguishes between very vividly imagined experiences and actual experiences. By visualizing accomplishing a goal repeatedly, your brain starts working as if success has already happened. This not only enhances your neurological pathways, but also boosts your confidence and focus, making you more likely to take the proactive steps needed to realize your ambitions. To incorporate visualization into your morning routine, find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably without distractions. Close your eyes and take several deep breaths to center your focus. Start to create a vivid mental picture of yourself achieving a specific goal. Visualize the location, the steps you are undertaking, the feelings you are having, and even the precise emotions you would feel. For example, if your objective is to deliver a successful presentation, visualize yourself confidently standing. Hear the ring of your voice, and feel the involvement of your listeners responding positively to your message. The secret to successful visualization is the depth of detail and emotion you bring to your mental image. The clearer your visualization, the more inspiring and motivational it is. You should also visualize not just the final success, but the decisions involved in getting there. Visualize yourself solving problems, making choices, and modifying strategies. This whole brain approach not only prepares your brain for success, but also for the resilience it takes to get there. By spending a few minutes, a day in this practice, you'll be amazed at how you not only build inner resilience, but also your external performance. With time, visualization will be second nature to you, naturally becoming a part of your daily routine and giving you the power to achieve your goals with energy and readiness. This easy yet powerful technique can have a lasting effect on your capacity to create your dreams and live the life you've always imagined. Chapter 3: Developing a Growth Mindset Through Self-Reflection. By specifically scheduling time to reflect on yourself, you take the first of the most important steps towards cultivating a growth mindset. This intentional act of slowing down enables you to not only acknowledge your successes, but identify areas where you need to grow, allowing you to make an informed adjustment in your efforts. The self-reflective process isn't one of dwelling on past failure but rather a methodical method of learning from it which is imperative for forward momentum. When undergoing self-reflection, one must be completely honest with oneself. Determine what tactics and routines have worked and accept those that may need to change or be eliminated altogether. This degree of honesty creates a greater awareness of your professional and personal paths, pointing out the adjustments necessary to move forward more successfully. Self-reflection also provides a useful chance to determine and strengthen your strengths. Knowing what you are good at can increase your confidence and direct your efforts toward areas where you can use these skills to be more successful. Secondly, this procedure enables you to establish attainable goals that match your ability and ambitions, with a clear path for progression. Thirdly, self-reflection plays a crucial role in developing self-awareness. It makes you aware not only of what you are doing but also of why you are doing it. This awareness of your goals and actions helps you make more knowledgeable deliberate decisions. For example, understanding your fear of taking risks may lead you to take calculated risks that can result in great learning opportunities and achievement. A growth mindset based on the notion that ability and intelligence are developed through hard work and persistence is dynamic. It is like a muscle that needs regular exercise in order to keep it strong. The more you work on reflecting on your experiences, learning from them, and changing your strategies based on that, the more developed your growth mindset will be. This continuous process is crucial to move out of your comfort zone and accept challenges as opportunities for growth. Self-reflection is not only a practice but also a great tool for personal and professional growth. Through regularly reviewing your actions and their consequences, you become better at making more deliberate choices, more fully investing in your objectives, and more accelerating your general development. It's a self-controlled method of continuously learning and perfecting yourself to ensure that you not only reach but surpass your potential in every area of life. Chapter 4: avoiding distractions for increased productivity. In the fast-paced world we live in today, it's easy to let distractions overwhelm you and erode your productivity, making it harder to stay focused on the things that matter most. Notifications, social media updates, and the continual stream of email can distract you from your priorities and leave you feeling unsatisfied and stressed at day's end. In order to fight against this, it's essential first to find the largest distractions in your life and then strategically reduce their effect. Begin by closely examining what precisely breaks your focus. For most, social networking sites are a major distraction, providing a steady stream of updates, photos, and videos that are difficult to resist. For others, the constant beeping of email messages distracts them from their work. And then there are the gossipy coworkers or the hectic atmosphere of a workplace that is always swamped with activity and makes it difficult to concentrate. Having pinpointed these work killers, now you can institute measures to keep them in check. If social media is your biggest distraction, think of means that restrict your access during working hours or designate certain times of the day when you give yourself permission to surf updates. This helps to contain the distraction to a designated time rather than letting it interrupt your workflow throughout the day. For email, rather than allowing notifications to pop up and disrupt your concentration, schedule times to check your inbox. This could be once every few hours depending on the nature of your work. This method not only decreases interruptions but also enables you to manage your emails more effectively since you're committing a certain block of time to doing them rather than constantly switching back and forth. Having a productive work setting is also important. If you work in an office, sitting in a quiet area or wearing noise-canceling headsets can help protect you from sound distractions. For workers who are remote, creating a separate space away from the household noises can be a game changer. Keeping your workspace organized and clear can also help eliminate physical distractions and enable you to stay focused. Remember that this is not only about eliminating distractions but also about making yourself more capable of concentrating and being productive toward your desired goals. By proactively managing the sources of your distractions, you're positioning yourself for a more productive and concentrated workday. Every minute you regain from distractions is time to make significant headway on your projects and objectives, eventually taking ownership of your daily routine and success. Chapter 5: The Art of Prioritization for Maximum Impact. When it comes to getting things done and reaching your objectives, the most important challenge is not usually the number of tasks that lie ahead but rather the capacity to prioritize those tasks. Prioritization allows you to concentrate your resources and energy on the most important tasks that will propel your desired results. This prioritization strategy not only eliminates the distractions of less important tasks but also focuses your efforts on your most important goals. The first step towards effective prioritization is to define your top priorities for the day clearly. These need to be goals that when completed will have the greatest impact on your overall goals. Once these goals are identified, the next step is to break each one down into smaller, more manageable tasks. This breakdown makes the goals seem less daunting and provides a clear roadmap of what needs to be accomplished. After breaking down your goals into tasks, the next phase is to evaluate these tasks based on their importance and urgency. Importance is how much a task aligns with your long-term goals, whereas urgency is how quickly a task must be finished. This assessment aids in determining which tasks must be done right away and which may be able to be put off. A common method used for this purpose is the Eisenhower box, which divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. This method helps in visually organizing your tasks and making strategic decisions about where to focus your efforts. After ranking your tasks, the most important part of prioritization commences, which involves doing the tasks ranked highest according to importance and urgency. You begin with the ones that are both urgent and important because these are usually the ones that have the most significant impact on your daily objectives. Working in this way guarantees you that you will be constantly producing the most value from your time and efforts, greatly improving productivity and satisfaction levels. By managing to prioritize efficiently, you both advance towards important milestones, but you also improve resource and time usage. With this method of prioritization, one feels fulfilled at the day's end due to the regained control over day activities. This serves as a reminder that reaching your goals isn't about simply adding more tasks or working harder, it's about working smarter by focusing on the right tasks. Effective prioritization means dedicating your energy to what truly matters, ensuring that those key tasks are completed first and done well. Chapter 6: Leveraging Accountability Partners for Success. An accountability partner acts as a crucial ally in the journey toward achieving your goals. This alliance goes beyond mere encouragement, creating an atmosphere where mutual commitment to success generates a strong motivational force. Whether they are a friend, advisor, or member of an online forum, the key element is they both comprehend and support your goals and values. When you choose an accountability partner, it's important to select someone with similar goals to yours and someone who will treat your mutual endeavor with the gravity it warrants. This commonality guarantees that both of you have a stake in the results and can offer support and encouragement based on what's relevant. As both of you move forward, the mutual knowledge and respect for one another's objectives strengthen your resolve, and this keeps you focused and determined. Regular interactions with your accountability partner are crucial to the success of this relationship. Whether daily, weekly, or bi-weekly, these check-ins serve multiple purposes. First and foremost, they help keep you aligned with your goals by offering a structured opportunity to report on your progress. This reporting process creates a sense of responsibility to meet the targets you've set, knowing that someone will be following up on your achievements and any obstacles you've encountered. It also aids in troubleshooting issues by discussing them openly, thus enabling collective brainstorming and problem solving. Sharing success collectively is another important factor in having an accountability partner. Acknowledging accomplishments, however small, can enhance motivation and morale. It gives time to reflect on what has been done and a positive vibe to work on the next step. On the other hand, with setbacks, there is an accountability partner who can provide the necessary support and insights to enable you to learn from these setbacks and bounce back. The mental advantages of having someone who is interested in your success cannot be overemphasized. Knowing that someone else is cheering for you and has a genuine concern for your outcomes can reduce feelings of loneliness, which usually attend difficult undertakings. This support mechanism builds a safety net that fosters innovation and risk-taking, key drivers of growth and development. By adding an accountability partner to your goal-setting model, you are not only positioning yourself for greater productivity, but also enriching your experience through shared experiences, support, and increased accountability. This alliance is a transformer force in accomplishing your goals, allowing you to soar to levels that may be out of reach individually. Chapter 7: Defeating Fear and Self-Doubt. Following the road to success is rarely easy or without setbacks. Perhaps the greatest obstacle you will ever have to overcome are the twin enemies of fear and self-doubt. They are not transient specters. They are nagging, sometimes devious voices that erode your confidence by telling you insidious lies such as you're not good enough or you'll never succeed. The secret to overcoming these obstacles is not to steer clear of them but to attack them head-on. Fear and self-doubt become especially potent when they catch you unawares in times of uncertainty, or when confronted by new challenges. It's important to understand that these emotions are normal. They're nearly universal among those trying to do great things. Since you recognize this can demystify their power over you. When such feelings strike, be sure to notice them without letting them control your mind. Picture them as unwanted visitors at a party. You're aware that they'll arrive, but you don't need to let them control the dialogue. Refocus your attention towards your positives. Reflect on past successes, no matter how small they might seem, and remind yourself of the skills and abilities that contributed to those successes. This reflection serves as a powerful counterbalance to any negative thoughts that might be trying to take root. Equally important is keeping your goals clearly in sight. Success is not just about reaching a destination, but also about navigating the journey with purpose and direction. Your why, the driving motivation behind your endeavors, should be a guiding light on your path. This could be a personal goal, such as financial freedom, or something greater, such as impacting your community or serving a greater good. In order to successfully silence the voices of uncertainty, it's beneficial to use physical and mental tactics. A straightforward yet powerful method is to control your body's reactions. Stand up tall, breathe deeply and in a controlled manner, and assume a confident posture. These behaviors not only decrease feelings of anxiety but also instill a sense of control and preparedness. Keep in mind that breaking down fear and self-doubt is something of a process. It involves being patient, persisting, and, quite likely most of all, having belief in oneself as being capable to overcome obstacles. Every time that you do see these emotions coming and go anyway, you build strength and draw nearer to objectives. This experience, although a difficult one to be sure, is also one where you become aware of potential and capability within yourself to become successful. Chapter 8: Taking Power from Micro-Habits. Shaking off the self-doubt and fears is a Herculean step towards building personal growth and success. Relying on this, the second step focuses on tapping the power of the micro-habits to bring about phenomenal and lasting transformation. Micro-habits are tiny behavioral or action cues that, done consistently, manifest into large yet permanent changes. Micro-habits are so small that they demand little effort or motivation to get done, which makes them a perfect approach for making long-term change. In order to successfully apply micro-habits in your life, begin by choosing one easy habit that fits with your larger goals. For example, if your goal is enhanced physical fitness, a micro-habit might be performing 10 push-ups every morning. Or if you want to improve your writing, promise yourself you'll write 250 words a day. The idea is to pick an activity so simple it's nearly easier not to do it than to do it. Once you've picked your micro-habit, set it in a specific place and time in your day. Consistency is key. By doing the same small thing at the same time every day, you serve to solidify it as a habit. Over time, these micro-habits compound on each other much like compound interest. Each small thing is a brick, slowly building up a strong structure of habits that have a large effect on your life. Micro-habits should be done with a progress over perfection mindset. Celebrate each little win along the way because these victories give you motivation and remind you of the worth of your efforts. Conversely, be kind to yourself if you miss a day now and then. What is most important is getting back on track as soon as possible and not letting a small setback ruin your overall progress. Once you're comfortable with a single micro-habit, you can start piling on more tiny habits. So, following your morning push-ups, for instance, you might tack on a minute of stretching. By doing this stacking of habits, over time, you can create an overall routine out of these individual micro-habits that began as one small initial habit. Through focusing on these micro-habits, you break down intimidating goals into smaller, more tangible actions. The ease and simplicity of micro-habits make them a potent tool for realizing your dreams and creating a lasting sense of achievement. With persistence and patience, these micro-habits can transform your life, showing that small steps can indeed lead to great leaps forward. Chapter 9: Developing a Positive Network of Relationships. Having people around you who encourage and motivate you is important for personal and professional development. To do this, being deliberate about the relationships you develop is vital. Start by finding people who share your values, goals, and passions. These individuals are not friends or acquaintances. They are fellow travelers on your path to success. They must be as dedicated to learning and self-improvement as you are, with an energy and passion that complements and reinforces your own. After you have made this selection of central figures, it is a matter of prioritizing quality rather than quantity. It is many times better to have a small cluster of intense and rich relationships rather than a large collection of people you only barely know. These high-quality relationships are founded on respect, shared experiences, and real concern for one another's welfare. Take the time to know their dreams and struggles and yours too. This common knowledge is the key to a relationship that can survive the twists and turns of life. Spending time and effort on these relationships is essential. Like any worthwhile endeavor, building relationships takes effort and commitment. Plan regular check-ins, celebrate each other's successes, and lend a hand in times of need. The depth of these relationships increases from showing up consistently and participating in one another's lives. Being vulnerable, open, and authentic with these people provides a safe environment for personal and group growth. When you become vulnerable, you allow others to get to know your journey and support you in a manner that is in alignment with your genuine needs. This genuineness creates stronger connections and trust, which is so important in any helping relationship. Don't shy away from receiving help or counsel. The kindest and most inspiring individuals on your path who can provide counsel and wisdom whenever you are being challenged are often the ones able to encourage and share insights when you need support. This interplay of encouragement and counsel works for everyone concerned since everyone gets a chance to grow and learn from one another. The more you continue developing such connections, the more your network will support and drive you toward your utmost potential. The network thus is an enormous wealth in which it encourages you, gives you advice, and even vital contacts which may pave ways for further breakthroughs. By purposeful building of relationships, you provide yourself with a platform that supports your growth and ensures that you never walk alone in your journey towards the fulfillment of your aspirations. Chapter 10: Failure as a Stepping Stone to Growth. As you pursue your goals and aspirations, you need to acknowledge that failures are an inevitable part of the journey. Embracing these challenges is not only required, it is vital for growth and progress. Every setback presents a new opportunity to rethink your strategy, realign your tactics, and get ready to bounce back stronger. Failure, which usually is seen as the opposite of success, is actually a natural part of your path to the accomplishment of your objectives. It provides valuable lessons that can be learned only through doing what fails. This reframing is important. Viewing failure as a mentor instead of as an impediment can change your attitude toward adversity. Each failure, each setback, and even heartbreak holds a secret lesson. It's an opportunity to learn, to broaden your knowledge, and to develop your skills. Fear of risk-taking is natural, but it is in these unknowns that we grow. When you have the courage to venture out of your comfort zone to try and potentially fail, you discover strengths and resilience you may not have known you had. These are such special moments, revealing to you that you can do, as well as areas where you can be improved upon. Accepting failure as a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block is a very strong mindset. It promotes resilience, an attribute that allows you to rebound from failures stronger and wiser. Overcoming failures develops determination and grit. Each time you decide to stand up after a fall, you gain both mental and emotional toughness, which is a crucial asset on the road to success. Thus, it is not falling that determines your journey but taking the courage to stand up and keep going. It's this resilient spirit that drives the pursuit of ongoing improvement and spurs innovation. Every failure, every setback brings you closer to your final destination, success. In this context, do not consider quitting as an option. Rather, consider every failure as fuel, a stimulus to drive you further to improve your strategies and to strengthen your will. Remember, greatness is the destination but the journey to it is paved with failures, yet every failure is a stepping stone that leads you nearer to the realization of your dreams. So, therefore, embrace challenges, learn from your failures, and keep pushing towards your aspirations with an indomitable spirit of resilience. Chapter 11: Developing a Schedule that is in harmony with your values. Developing a daily routine that not only captures but actively reflects your core values is critical in making real headway toward your goals. This starts with taking a sincere and intimate look at what is most important to you. Discovering your core values and why you get up in the morning. Think about what you are passionate about, the values that you believe in, and the personal and professional objectives you seek to accomplish. These are the guides that ought to direct your everyday actions. Now that you've identified your underlying values, the next step is to convert those into everyday behaviors. This requires allocating time each day to devote to activities supported by your values, be they career growth, health and well-being, ongoing education, or growing relationships. By spending time on these activities, you're guaranteeing they get the attention they need, therefore making them a priority in your life. In creating your schedule, you also have to determine your non-negotiable, those things that have to occur so you feel complete and stay on track. These could be a morning exercise, a chunk of unbroken work time, or consistent meals with your family. These are your non-negotiable that serve as the pillars of your daily life around which you can schedule other things. It's necessary to examine how you're spending your time now. Be honest with yourself regarding which activities are moving you toward your goals and which are simply distractions. This may involve you having to make difficult choices, like reducing leisure activities that are not value-adding or renegotiating commitments that conflict with your priorities. Each minute of your day should be spent doing things that drive you closer to your goals. The real challenge is following this new routine consistently. Discipline and dedication are necessary to achieve any routine. Begin small by introducing change gradually, and upon it build since it becomes a part of your life. This not only ensures an easy transition, but lessens the resistance that accompanies new habits. The objective of establishing a routine that honors your values is not to deny you freedom but to maximize your effectiveness and enjoyment. By planning your day in detail and making conscious decisions regarding how you utilize your time, you empower yourself to live more productively and enjoyably. Every day is a chance to move closer toward your long-term objectives while living in alignment with your deepest values. Chapter 12. Mastering Active Listening Skill. Active listening truly is a super effective tool that facilitates greater comprehension and strengthens lasting relationships. Active listening extends past the surface of verbal exchange and gets to the emotional currents and genuine motives behind the people you're communicating with. By exercising active listening, you're not merely passively listening to somebody. Being fully engaged and present demonstrates to the speaker that they have your complete attention and genuine respect. The foundation of becoming a skilled active listener begins with offering your undivided focus. This means minimizing distractions, putting away devices, maintaining eye contact, and giving the speaker your full mental presence, to create a space where they feel truly heard and valued. This means more than just being physically present. You must get rid of all the distractions that can shift your attention away from the conversation, silence any electronic gadgets, desist from multitasking, and provide an environment for effective communication. Eye contact is also important since it indicates interest and honesty and facilitates the establishment of a relationship that fosters openness and trust. Avoiding interruptions when the other party is speaking is also an essential component of active listening. Interruptions make the speaker feel less valued and can shatter the pace of the conversation, stopping you from getting the whole meaning of what is being conveyed. Rather, let the speaker complete their thoughts and say whatever they want without being judged. Not only do you demonstrate respect through this practice, but also you are better able to comprehend the context and subtleties of their message. While the speaker expresses themselves, listen attentively to understand their point of view and not just wait for your opportunity to speak. This means relating to their feelings and attempting to perceive things from their perspective. By doing so, you will learn about their feelings and reasons behind their actions, which can bring about a deeper connection. To make the conversation deeper and express that you are interested, ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions invite more than a simple yes or no, they encourage the speaker to explore and express their thoughts and emotions in greater depth. This not only uncovers valuable insights but also builds a stronger, more meaningful connection between both parties. When it's your turn to respond, do so with thoughtfulness and empathy, showing that you've truly listened and that you care about what was shared. Think back over what you've heard to check your understanding and answer in a way that respects the speaker's feelings and opinions. This reflective thinking assists in developing trust and can be instrumental in resolving disputes and building relationships. By learning these active listening practices, you not only enrich your own life, but also the lives of others around you, positively impacting your personal and professional relationships. Chapter 13. Building Resilience in Adversity. You've learned the art of active listening, and now you're ready to tackle life's challenges with confidence. Building resilience in the midst of adversity is the second key move in your daily ascendancy. Life will always throw you curveballs, but it's how you react that really determines your path. Resilience allows you to ride out the bad times with elegance and emerge stronger on the other end. Rather than allowing setbacks to define you, learn to see them as chances for growth. This mindset shift is critical. When obstacles arise, it's completely natural to feel frustrated or discouraged. However, each challenge also offers an opportunity to build resilience, gain wisdom, and strengthen your character. This mindset shift isn't about blindly embracing optimism, it's about acknowledging the genuine growth that can come from hardship. In the face of adversity, taking a moment to pause, breathe, and gain perspective is a simple yet powerful act. That brief pause allows you to respond with clarity rather than react impulsively, setting the stage for more thoughtful and empowered action. It enables you to step out of the closeness of the moment and think in terms that are wider than this. Thus, you are able to understand the situation more clearly and respond in a way that is better. Another prime tactic is dividing the problem into something that you can handle in sections. Goliath-sized challenges are more overwhelming when being tackled as an overall challenge than if you slice it up and create manageable slices you can complete consistently. Tackle each part with determination and persistence, and celebrate small victories along the way. Breaking challenges into smaller, actionable steps not only makes them feel more manageable but also helps you build momentum as you witness real progress. Resilience doesn't mean being unaffected by hardship, it's about rising after setbacks with greater strength, insight, and determination. Every obstacle you overcome becomes a lesson in perseverance and adaptability, deepening your personal growth and expanding your capacity to face future challenges with confidence. By developing a resilient state of mind, you'll not just overcome obstacles but also be more confident and well prepared for future challenges. This development is not merely about coping with what life brings your way. It's about consciously leveraging these experiences to create a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. As you keep building resilience, you'll discover that you're not only coping with adversity but thriving despite it. Chapter 14. The value of setting realistic expectations. As one begins the journey of setting goals, most people tend to begin with ambitious plans, which, though admirable, at times can lay the groundwork for inevitable disappointment. This is due to the fact that high aspirations, if not handled appropriately, tend to be overwhelming and may cause discouragement upon failure to realize the desired outcome. Recognizing the essence of having realistic expectations is pivotal in steering clear of such pitfalls, staying motivated, and incessantly moving towards your desire. Setting realistic goals is not limiting yourself, it's setting clear, achievable goals that truly represent your ability and resources. By determining what is realistically possible, you can put in the appropriate amount of effort without overworking yourself, thus avoiding burnout and frustration. This method gives you the power to remain committed to your goals even when things get tough. A powerful way to set realistic goals is by breaking down larger ambitions into smaller, achievable tasks. This step-by-step approach not only provides a clear roadmap but also reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed. For instance, if your goal is to run a marathon, you wouldn't start with 26 miles on day 1. Instead, begin with short runs, gradually increasing your distance over time. Each small win builds your stamina, confidence, and motivation, making the final goal not just possible, but inevitable. Celebrating small victories along the way plays a vital role in maintaining motivation. Each small achievement is a building block towards the larger goal, and recognizing these moments boosts your confidence and reaffirms your commitment to your journey. This habit also serves to divert attention from what remains undone to the achievements made, which is critical for long-term motivation. It's crucial to have a balanced outlook when things go wrong. Obstacles are a natural part of any path and ought to be viewed as chances for learning and development instead of excuses for discouragement. Having a mindset that prioritizes progress rather than perfection can assist you in moving through challenges more positively, making necessary adjustments while keeping your ultimate goals in mind. By establishing practical expectations, you develop a growth mindset where your daily work leads to a viable and fulfilling cycle of self-development. This method not only makes you more resilient but also keeps you moving forward at all times, allowing you to achieve not only short-term goals but also set the stage for long-term success. Chapter 15. Creating self-awareness through journaling. As you start your personal development journey, developing self-awareness is essential. It serves as the foundation upon which intentional habits are built, informed decisions are made, and greater knowledge of your own motivations and desires are achieved. Perhaps the single most powerful instrument at your disposal for developing this self-awareness is the act of journaling. Journaling offers the only chance to chronicle your thoughts, feelings, and daily lives. This discipline serves more than a mere chronicle of events. It is a mirror to your inner psychological condition. By writing down your innermost thoughts on a regular basis, you begin to discover and define your core values, your short-range goals, and your long-range dreams. This enables you to not only observe where your values are congruent with the path of your life, but where they could differ as well, giving you a map for the changes that may be called for. More significantly, journaling prompts you to recognize habitual patterns within your thinking and behaviors. These patterns, positive or negative, are sometimes not realized amidst the chaos of everyday life. By understanding these patterns, you can applaud and reinforce the habits that benefit you and make a diligent effort to retool those that may be impeding you. For example, through journaling, you might notice that you feel especially energized and satisfied following engagement in creative pursuits, indicating a requirement to bring more creativity into your life. Additionally, journaling boosts your emotional intelligence. It forces you to label your feelings, a process which psychologists say is key to effective feelings management. This exercise assists you in knowing and managing your feelings more accurately, which results in healthier personal and professional relationships. In order to start practicing journaling in your life, start small. Commit only a few minutes of each day to record what you feel, think, and go through. Eventually, as you become more at ease with the exercise, you can increase your entries to describe interactions with other people, accomplishments of which you are proud, and challenges in which you are struggling. As you continue with this habit, you will become increasingly aware of your inner monologue. This increased level of awareness will allow you to make more positive choices, better suited to the true nature of your being, to move beyond the constraints where you currently stand and take the first steps in the direction of unleashing your potential. As you journal, you establish an arena for inner discovery and learning that will create space for more intentional living. Chapter 16. Accessing the energy of positive self-speech. Silence generally is a great catalyst for our own growth, giving us an opportunity to reflect in a stillness where we're confronted by our own inner conversations. It's in times of quiet like this that the constant din of daily life is stilled and we can listen to the inner workings of our minds. It's not always easy to be introspective, but it is essential to recognize the patterns of negative self-chatter that might be holding us back. Negative self-talk can be terribly restrictive, habitually affirming self-doubt and fear. Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step toward change. In recognizing these negative narratives, you open yourself to moving into more empowering and supportive self-talk. This transition isn't merely about substituting a negative statement with a positive one. It means developing a truly supportive and caring inner climate. Practicing positive self-talk involves deliberately selecting words that promote growth, resilience, and self-compassion. It's about affirming your value, celebrating your successes, and acknowledging your efforts irrespective of the outcome. This type of conversation can dramatically change your emotional and psychological terrain, trading criticism for motivation and encouragement. For example, rather than saying to yourself, "I can't cope with this in difficult times," you might say, "I'm doing my best, and that's all I can manage at the moment." This small change can make a big difference to your thinking, creating self-confidence and resilience. With time, these positive affirmations become more than mere words. They mold your view of yourself and your ability, shaping your reality in strong terms. It's important not to merely concentrate on the end, but to rejoice in the process. Honoring each step you create, however little, solidifies the worth of your endeavors and creates a core of faith. This practice helps foster a mindset that values progress over perfection, which is crucial for long-term growth and satisfaction. By regularly practicing positive self-talk, you build a more positive and resilient attitude towards life. It's not just about the way you feel at the moment. It's about developing a lasting pattern of thinking that facilitates continued growth and self-development. Begin this practice today and watch it change your response to everyday challenges, improving your overall wellness and life path. Chapter 17. Developing a customized system for monitoring progress. One of the distinguishing features of top performers is their scrupulous method of tracking progress. This ability not only keeps them on target but also gives them an unambiguous blueprint for personal growth. To replicate this achievement, you can start by creating a unique system specific to tracking your own progress. The first thing you have to do here is to clearly identify the aspects of your life that you would like to improve. It might be anything from improving your body fitness to your daily productivity or improving your mental well-being through exercises such as meditation. After you have identified these areas, the next thing is to put down specific metrics that will be used to gauge your progress. For example, if you're trying to increase fitness, you may monitor the number of times you work out per week. If you're trying to be more productive, you may monitor the number of tasks you get done per day. Or, for mental health, you may monitor the length of your daily meditation practice. Once you've established these measures, selecting a suitable method of monitoring your progress is important. This should match your lifestyle and personal preferences so that everything is consistent and accurate. You may choose digital options such as a habit tracking app that can provide reminders and motivational messages. Otherwise, a spreadsheet may be enough if you like things more organized so that you can write down information and see trends after some time. For those who prefer reflection and a more hands-on approach, keeping a written journal may be helpful. This not only assists in tracking, but also in knowing the emotional and psychological background of your journey. Regularly updating your selected tracking mechanism is crucial. This practice helps you stay dedicated and can visually see the progress you're making towards your goal. Updating your tracker becomes a ritual that solidifies your dedication and keeps you focused. Having celebrations for your achievements is as crucial as it enhances morale and motivation. Celebrate even the smallest of wins to stay motivated. At the same time, it is important to consider where progress will not be so forthcoming. Analysis of such places will enable you to realize likely pitfalls, optimize your strategies, and make corresponding adjustments to your strategy. Through regular monitoring and assessment, not only will you observe concrete headway towards objectives, but also deeper insights into your behavior and habits. This reflective practice not only pushes you towards success, but also brings about a mindset of ongoing improvement, which is a hallmark of high achievers. By embracing these techniques, you can develop a disciplined, concentrated mindset for personal improvement, laying the groundwork for success in many areas of your life. Chapter 18: Committing to Lifelong Learning as a Secret to Success. Lifelong learning is a core idea that emphasizes the need to continue enriching our minds and broadening our skill sets throughout our lives. It is more than formal schooling and parental instruction. It involves a continuous dedication to self-development and inquisitiveness that drives us toward professional and personal achievement. Knowing the principles of lifelong learning requires the perception that all experience, both a triumph and a failure, presents lesson. The quickly evolving nature of the current era demands a measure of ability to conform to newer technologies, modes, and insights. All who practice lifelong learning are able to manage changes as they continue updating their pool of knowledge and bettering themselves continuously. Taking this path of ongoing education involves having a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for learning. It demands an active lifestyle of learning, where you look for learning opportunities and are willing to learn from new ideas and individuals. It may be formal education, i.e., courses and workshops, or informal ways, such as reading, travel, or taking part in multicultural experiences. Lifelong learning makes one more resilient. By learning continuously, you build mental flexibility to recover from setbacks and adjust to changing circumstances. This resilience is a valuable asset in both personal and professional life, enabling you to better navigate the complexities of contemporary life with greater confidence and ease. Another essential element of lifelong learning is the ability to ask for and accept feedback. This openness not only helps one improve oneself but also strengthens social contacts and business connections. It helps foster a humble spirit wherein knowledge and experience of others are absorbed and brought into one's life, contributing to both intellectual and personal growth. As you tread this journey, you should be aware that learning is not the privilege of the young or a certain location, but something that anyone anywhere can learn. Resources and tools for learning are more accessible than ever before, with the help of technological advancements. Online courses, educational podcasts, and virtual reality are just a few of the resources that can deliver immersive learning experiences. Lifelong learning is about being open and curious, constantly changing to new information and environments, and seeing the inherent value in knowledge. By adopting this mindset, you position yourself to not only tackle the world the way it exists, but innovate and shape the world the way it can become. Never forget, the thirst for knowledge has no bounds, and every leap forward in understanding is a step towards self-advancement. Chapter 19. Learning mindfulness in today's fast-paced world. In this fast-paced age, the need to be constantly connected and functioning at optimal levels can become overbearing and lead to excessive stress and disconnection from our real selves. It is important to incorporate mindfulness as a part of our lifestyle to survive this turmoil with peace and direction. Mindfulness is not only a technique, but a lifestyle that promotes harmony, clear thinking, and concentration in the midst of turmoil. Small beginnings can make big differences. Take a moment to practice deep breathing before entering a meeting. This simple action can focus your mind and stabilize your emotions, allowing you to enter the situation with a clearer head. It serves as a shield against the immediate pressures and allows you to handle your reaction to different situations better. Expanding this practice, consider incorporating meditation into your lunch break. This could be as brief as a 5-minute guided session focused on breathing or observing your thoughts. Meditation has been scientifically shown to reduce stress and improve concentration and overall happiness. Regular practice can rewire your brain to be more resilient to stress and improve your capacity to focus on tasks at hand. Another useful mindfulness technique is to be extremely aware of your thoughts and feelings during the day. This ongoing mindfulness has the potential to allow you to notice patterns of thought that you've simply learned by rote, many of which are probably operating on a subconscious level, guiding your emotions and responses. If you are more aware of these patterns, you can challenge and modify them, resulting in improved decision-making and enhanced emotional intelligence. As these habits become second nature, their advantages compound, building your resilience and flexibility. Mindfulness conditions your mind to be more effective and less likely to become bogged down by situations. Not only does this enhance your personal life by lowering anxiety and raising satisfaction, but it also improves your work performance through improved concentration and creativity. Developing a mindful lifestyle can reveal a more authentic sense of purpose and fulfillment in your life. It redirects your attention from existing to flourishing. Being present, you can bond more deeply with others, play a positive role in your environment, and find more happiness in your daily tasks. This enhanced experience promotes personal achievement and growth, driving you forward with renewed purpose and energy. Practicing mindfulness provides a way to stand above the constant din of contemporary life, opening a direct path to an integral, meaningful existence. Making a part of your daily routine can genuinely make you an unstoppable force, a rock star of personal development. Every day provides a fresh chance to add to the foundation you've established towards the realization of your personal and professional aspirations. You should know that this process is not so much about achieving perfection but about consistent progress. Each small step you make is a success in itself, a demonstration of your commitment and resilience. Begin by setting clear, achievable objectives. These ought to be detailed enough to direct your daily activities but loose enough to change as you develop and understand. For instance, if your objective is to be healthier physically, a day-to-day routine could be a 15-minute morning exercise routine. If your objective is to improve your mentality, maybe begin with 5 minutes of morning meditation. These little habits, as you consistently practice them, accumulate like compound interest in your personal development bank. Perseverance is essential. There will be days when you feel as though you are not getting anywhere or when things outside of you are more distracting than usual. It is on these days that your devotion to your habits will be pushed to the test. Keep in mind because you began, and take a glance at the little achievements you've already made. This self-reflection can be very inspiring and can encourage you to get through the more difficult days. As you get up every morning, imagine yourself as a source of hope, not only for yourself but for others who may be inspired by your commitment. Your daily routines are not only about individual development, but about being an example and perhaps paving the way for others to do the same. This has a ripple effect, motivating more and more individuals to reach for the best version of themselves. Keep in mind, your path to a brighter, more extraordinary you are a sequence of day-to-day behaviors. Every day that you adhere to your routines, you are one step nearer to where you desire to be. You're shining brighter, piercing the static of daily existence and showing others what is achievable with tenacity and optimism. Acknowledge every day's successes, and do not be dissuaded by the failures. They are nothing more than stepping stones along the road to greatness. Continue climbing, continue radiating, and before long, you will discover yourself dwelling within the life that is extraordinary and that you envisioned.